Welcome back to No Man's Land, everybody. Hope you're all enjoying the series still. So today is an exciting day. It looks like all our four fields that we created in the first few episodes are now ready to harvest. It's going to be a big job getting them all done. I'm likely just going to use a worker to do the harvesting, or the majority of the harvesting, while I transport. But there's a few issues that I need to sort out regarding sale price of everything. So if we just take a quick look, we have wheat that's currently at $1,044 per litre, which is a little bit lower, like maybe $100 per 1,000 litres lower. The oats, they're currently sitting at 1,700, so they're actually not far away from the top. The canola, 1,700, so they're really low. And the soybeans, $2,600, so they're over $1,000, a 1,000 litre lower than what we can get for them. So we're going to have to store all this. I don't really want to sell at these low prices. So that means we're going to have to put in a silo somewhere. The other issue is that for the wheat and for the oats, we're going to need a baler for the straw, because I don't want to lose the price of the straw. I don't want to lose the price of the straw. So if we just quickly nip into the store, I'll just check what's for sale. Actually, this would have been really good to have. I don't know if I should maybe buy that, but money is a little bit tight. And certainly a Massey Ferguson 7S, that would have been really handy at this stage of the game. But it's all not quite what we need right now, and we only have 100,000, which is quite a lot of money, but there's better priorities at the moment. So this is our options for balers. Ideally, I'd like something that can wrap as well. Although at the moment it's not essential, because we're not actually doing any grass just yet. We've got these from the latest growl, or however you say it, growl. So we'll set up standard or wide. So this would be alright. We can make 125 centimetre bales. Not the biggest bales, but they would do for now. It's 60,000. Or perhaps we just go for something like the Pottinger at 48. How does that compare? It's sort of $11,000 cheaper. So we could run with that. We need 100 horsepower to do it, which is more than within the range of our Deutz Fahr. But the other thing that we're going to have to look at is a silo. And these are all quite expensive. More expensive than what I was thinking. So there is something like this here, which there's a No Man's Land one at $8,000. We could probably start with that. I've got this rustic silo mod. So maybe if we just stick with the No Man's Land one to start with. And I'm thinking perhaps we should put it maybe with the water tower. Just trying to think, because we have to sort of reverse to tip into it, and then drive under the spout to empty. I mean, it's only going to be temporary wherever we put it. But perhaps if I did something like that, and then, yeah, I think I'll just do it like that for now. Alright, so there's our silo. And we'll go back to the store and we'll pick up the baler. I think we'll just go with this Pottinger to start with. So we'll just buy that. What options have we got? Doesn't look like we can change the actual wheel setup, just the wheel type. I'll stay with Trelleborg. Right, so let's jump into the combine. We'll get that ready. We'll set it off on the canola field first. Okay, that's all the unfold, just that tiny little flap. Right, so our first harvest. Okay, so that's the combine just about full, so we'll go and pick up the grain trailer and we'll get it emptied. Something else that I've also noticed, I've forgotten to do any weed control on the the sorghum field. So that's going to have to be a priority. How did I mess that up? I think when I run up to the store to pick up the baler, I'll pick up a pallet of herbicide as well and bring that back down. Maybe we can get that done in between. But I'll just get this canola finished off and then I'll set a worker off doing the wheat in the next field while we go and get the baler. Seems a bit strange how the sound of the combine's gone to as though I'm inside a cab, even though this is an open air cab. So perhaps that's something that needs looked at for this mod. Okay, so that's our canola finished. Like I said, I'll just get it set up for a worker to go on here. Maybe I'll just run... Oh, I've got my trees here. I don't know if I'll destroy those or not. I'll just run across the headland at this end and just to make sure the worker can negotiate these trees. Right, so that's 2 passes of this headland done at this end. So now I'll just hand this over to a worker and we'll tip the canola and then head up to the store for the baler. So we got 5,500 litres of canola off this small field, and that was only at 65% of the yield that it should be. So when this gets up to its proper price, or its highest price, I think we'll make quite a bit of money from it. So what I might also do is, I think there's a few pallets of tomatoes that we can take up with us. So if I just pick those up and then we'll drop them off at the sale point. Okay, so that's our tomatoes loaded up, and I'll see you up at the store. And we made 2,300 from those 3 pallets of tomatoes. That's pretty good. I just want to quickly get the Deutschfahr serviced. It's going to cost $1,125. $66 for the loader, $9 for the weight, and $5 for the forks. I'll also just nip round and top it up with fuel. And then we'll get that pallet of herbicide bought. Alright, so I'll get back to the farm and we'll make a start on the baling. I suspect by now the combine is full. Okay, so I'll have to back the combine up, otherwise I'll destroy the crops driving into it. So another piece of equipment that we're going to have to buy today is a plough. I think after these two fields are harvested, this one and the soybeans, I'll get them joined up. So for that, we also, for the next harvest at least, we want to maximise the yield the best we can. So that's going to mean ploughing and liming. Well, ploughing and spreading lime. But let's make a start on this baling, and then we can see what happens later on. And that's our first bale. The first of many, I hope. I was a little bit worried that I'd made a mistake by buying the combine so early, but looking at the position we're in now, and the amount of money we had available to us, I don't think it was such a bad choice. Oh, is that the combine slowing down? Yeah, it is, it's full. Okay, so we'll just stop the baler here and we'll pick up the trailer. So ideally we could do with making this wheat into flour rather than just selling it. So I'm wondering if it's not worth selling now, I wonder if we'll have enough money to buy a grain mill, something like that. I think I'll have a quick look into that. Yeah, and we'll just set the worker off again. And then we can continue with the baling. That's something I haven't thought about regarding weeding in the sorghum field. I'm just wondering what stage of growth it's at and whether or not these tyres will destroy the crop. So it might be worth having a quick run over there just to check and see if we're going to damage the crops by driving over them, and if we are, then we'll have to make a run to the store and get this tractor changed over onto some row crop tyres. I think I might just pick up the trailer at this point, and then we can unload the combine on the way down, because it must be getting full. It's about 40% a row is what I can work out, and this trailer's nearly full too, so we wouldn't take a full load from the combine anyway. We have 9,000 litres. Okay, so that's our trailer full. We'll go and tip this into our silo and continue with the baling. Right, so while this trailer resets itself, I'll just nip over and have a quick test drive on the sorghum. Yeah, I think it's far too advanced to be driving on with these tyres. Yeah, we've destroyed it. Okay, so we'll have to nip to the store and get some row crop tyres on. I think I might just do that now, while I'm halfway there. Just wondering if, while we've got some money, we could pimp out the tractor a little bit, get some beacons on it. Completely unnecessary, of course, but it's always nice to see. I wonder as well if we should look at buying a plough while I'm up here, because that work will need to start as soon as possible. So we have 143 horsepower. Which seems like it's going to limit us on what sort of plough we need. That's got a 1.6 meter width. That's got a 1.2. And that's 2.5, but we can't quite drive that one, so perhaps I should just get this now. What can we customize? Weight. Not sure why you would need weight. But we'll have weights. Okay, I'll get back to the farm. Just seen a message there to say the combine's full, so we'll get that unloaded as soon as we can. Yeah, the combine's really close to actually finishing. Okay, well I think I might just finish this off and then we can just set a worker off doing the soybeans in the next field. I don't think they actually fill up the tank, they're not quite as create as many litres for the acreage of your field. Oh, I've just spread saw all over the place again. Getting too impatient. Okay, so that's our wheat harvested. That's 2 fields down and 2 to go. Right, so I'll let it work carry on and we'll get this wheat tipped and continue doing the baling. Okay, so we've got 7,183 litres of wheat from that field. Did I say 7 or 17? 17,183 litres. Well, that's pretty impressive, I think, for the first yield. And that's only 65% of what we could have had. Right, so I'll just leave the trailer here and we'll pick up the baler again and get that job finished. Okay, so we're on to the last bit of straw from the wheat field now, and so far the combine hasn't needed to be unloaded. and it's about halfway through the field, so I would suspect at the end of this run we'll maybe see the 80% warning come on. But either way, I'll just run up with the trailer and catch it on its way down and get it unloaded. Yeah, but that baling went alright. That Pottinger's quite a good baler. I've used it before in other series. Right, so I think I'll just let the combine carry on now. We'll go and get the sprayer and make a start on treating the sorghum, or the weeds in the sorghum. I think I'll maybe leave this oat field for the next episode as well. I think what I might do is take the IBC over with us on the loader, because this sprayer runs out really fast. I also need to check the water in the flower and the mushroom greenhouses. I know I put in the extra water tanks in the last episode, but they were using water really quick. And of course we'll also have the pallets of wood to move over for our furniture supplies. So we'll just unfold the sprayer and we'll make a start. So I'll just jump cut to the end of this job. I mean, there's not much I can really do with this. Time lapsing isn't that good for it, and can't really make anything cinematic when I've got an IBC on the front loader. It all looks a bit ridiculous. So we'll just get to the end and then we'll go and see how that combine's got on. Okay, so this is the last pass. I think I'm missing probably about half a metre here, and I'll probably just leave that because there's no point in wasting a whole width of spray just to catch half a metre of weeds, because we have no sectional control on this sprayer. So I'll just leave that as it is. So I'll just head back. We'll drop all this lot off, go and unload the combine, and then bring that back to the farm. And I think the last jobs today will be refilling the greenhouses and moving the wood pallets over into the carpentry shop. Alright, so that's all our soybeans unloaded. I'm not sure what we'll have, maybe 7,000 litres, something like that. As I say, I'll just pack away this combine, tip the soybeans into the silo, and then we'll get those greenhouses refilled and finish off loading up the carpentry shop with the pallets of wood, or the pallets of planks. So we've got nearly 6,790 litres of soybeans. And our productions, the mushrooms and the flowers are out of water. The sawmill still has some wood, so I think it had 26,000 litres of wood. So that will run out for the start of the next episode, but I think it's alright just to keep it running as it is. And the carpentry shop is still has 700 litres of planks, so that's processing fairly slowly. But first of all, we'll get these greenhouses refilled, because that's a big part of our profit every month. Okay, so that's both greenhouses, well, the mushrooms and the flowers filled up, and I thought I would just stick what's left into the tomato greenhouse, so that's all full now. So I think the last job for today, we'll pick up the weight and we'll go and put some of those pallets of wood from the sawmill into the carpentry shop. Is there going to be another one? Yes, there is. Alright, so I think it's only a short distance, so I think I can wobble 3 pallets over at a time. Is there any more left in there? Yeah, there's still 4,000 litres. So there's at least another 4 pallets to come out. In fact, let's go for it. Let's see if we can take 4. Although I suspect we're going to need a bigger weight. Here we go. Is it going to pick it up? Oh, easy. Nothing the Deutschfahrer can't do. So how many pallets can it take? Oh, we're only at nearly 11,000 litres, so it can probably take up to 15,000. Okay, so I think we can get these last lot in. Whoa! Okay, we broke something. I wonder if I can just pick that up. Now I've widened the forks out. Go. Okay, so it can probably take about 20,000 litres of planks. But that's all we've got for now. How are we doing? So we still only have one pallet of furniture. And the furniture isn't going to be at its maximum price until July. And we're currently in April. So we can just let that tick away. And I think the pallets that we produce overnight, well, into the next month, we'll just take those up to the sell point and get them sold. A bit more profit. In the next episode, I think what we'll do is we'll join up the wheat field and the soybean field. Take those trees down and get it all done. We'll set off this tractor doing some ploughing, but I think if we get another 74,000 overnight, that'll take us over 100,000, and then if we've got those planks, we could sell those planks and make some more profit. And I think it's about time we had a second tractor on the farm so that we can just leave a worker ticking away doing the ploughing in the field, because that's not really a job I want to do or want to make you guys watch. So I think that's all for this month. I think we've we're starting to see a bit of a farm developing now. I think this will definitely be like the main farmyard in this sort of area. Or maybe we'll put a better farmhouse just in there and start making a yard somewhere around here. If we keep this, if we plan to have this road brought in, bring it around the side of the oat field, down past the greenhouses, out past the silos and out to the main track, we can use this area here as the farmyard. Maybe put a shed somewhere in there, an equipment shed. And then we'll also, in the next episode, we'll extend this what was the canola field. We'll extend it out, make it a bit of an L shape, because every farm needs to have an L shaped field. But that's all for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and you know, if you could subscribe to my channel and leave a like on the video, I'd really appreciate it. And any comments, you know, I try and keep up, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job keeping up with all the comments at the moment. So that's it for now, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care and have a good week. Bye bye for now.